We can hear ourselves too. That's
it's just silent. Is it playing anything for you?
No,
For me,
and I'm pretty sure like everybody can hear us.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. What a dynamically more awesome intro you got there, Joe. Good job.
Well, it said timer 30 seconds, so I was like, oh, sweet. 1 sec. Let's try this one.
Nope. Nothing.
Is this one also silent?
Yeah. It is also silent.
Yeah, we're done on this. Anyways, welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. That's the most fun intro we've done in a while. I think we need a video or something, or just a timer with a little bit better music than the first one. But anyways, looks like we got a comment already. Let's talk Niners. How's it going, man? Glad to see it. It's been a while. Yeah, how was your weekend? How was your day? How was everything going?
It's going pretty good. Weekend was pretty solid. Managed to watch a game that mattered, so that was fun. And
a lot of games that mattered.
A lot of games mattered, and I'm here to say first. In fact, I don't quite think I was right on the game of the week pick. I think you pretty much nailed the whole the whole Ravens Bills being the game of the week versus my pick of Lions and Packers, and yeah, didn't know we would have the game of the century week 1, and yeah, so pretty wild week of football.
You want to know the funniest thing about that? So I have a friend that's a big Ravens fan. He's been on the podcast before. We've done one like at my house or right here, obviously. And I called him. I swear to you, I called him with 4 minutes left. And I said, dude, can you believe they blew it? And he goes, what are you talking about? I go, are you not watching this? I go, there's like 30 seconds left. They're down. And he goes,
oh,
he checked his phone and he's like, no way. I am live right now. He said, he's like, dude, you had me so messed up. And then he goes, I talked to him yesterday. He goes, as the game was happening, I was still looking at my phone. Like you were right. I was like, there's no way the Bills are coming back. I just called to mess with him. Yeah. And so he texted me. He was mad. He was like, you manifested that. I don't know if I can forgive you.
Like you're a time traveler. And that's great.
I thought there was no way. I was just laying there on my couch doing my time cards for work. And I was like, it'd be funny if I called him and said that his TV was paused for like a halftime. Didn't know it turned out to be true. So that was bad. The Vikings-Bears game was also another good one that happened. I was talking to a friend today, and this will kind of lead up into the Seahawks 49ers recap. He's like, it's just like NFL teams don't know how to finish games anymore. And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah. Look at the Seahawks game. Look at the Ravens game. Look at the Bills, or look at the Bears game. None of them knew how to finish the game. So I don't know if it's a contagious thing that's going on or what, but it seems like not necessarily with the Seahawks, mainly the other two. It's like once the fourth quarter hits, they quit doing what they've been doing to make them lead the whole game, especially defensively. They're like, we're not going to blitz anymore. We're not going to take a risk. We're just going to sit back and play prevent defense. It's like, why are you straying away from what made you so successful this whole game? Yeah. So, how's your feeling after the game? I know me and you feel kind of indifferent.
It's hard because like the defense for Seattle in this game was phenomenal, and I actually have some pretty decent stats here. They were phenomenal, except for like on third down attempts against the Niners. They were 7 of 14 on third down. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that I saw was the pressure rate on Brock Purdy was at 57.9%. That's the highest pressure rate Purdy has faced in a single game in his whole career. So, like,
it did seem. Go ahead. Sorry.
Pretty good. But man, this offense is tough and very frustrating because there were a lot of things that I wanted to see that I saw in the preseason that I didn't see during this game. And
let's focus on the defense right now. We'll start with the defense. Start with kind of a positive. The defense balled out. I mean, all game, they blocked a field goal to allow 17 points. You should win that football game. I don't care. I don't care if Tariq Woolen just has no, what do you call it, depth perception in the fourth quarter. He's not you cannot blame this game on Tariq Woolen. You can blame
McDonald's going to.
I know. I just saw that. Did you see that? Yep. That he might not start next week. Okay, that's fine. We can't sit here and blame a player on the defense that played the whole game and allowed 17 points the whole game. I heard a radio guy today, or what day is it? Wednesday? Monday said, if you're going to be a great defense, you have to learn how to close out the game. Well, I'm sorry. Look at the time possession. Do you have time possession up? I know I pulled up the 38 to 22.
Yep.
38 to 22 is the time possession. You don't think the defense is getting tired when the offense just goes out and gets 3 and out every time? It's he says it. The difference is you did almost give up 400 yards though. We did, but we bent. It was a bend but don't break thing the whole time. Was it not? And that's what we got used to with the Seahawks defense forever. Bend, but don't break. And I'm completely fine with that. I have no complaints about the defense. The only complaints about the defense I have is that we didn't get to see Eamon Wari, which we'll get to after this. We saw him one play, and that one play was awesome. I think that's the worst part.
Yes.
And then I don't know. Sorry, I'm just talking up the defense, but I was so nervous, especially after the first drive that the 49ers had, where they marched down the field. They went 95 yards, scored a touchdown, easy, except for the fact that Brock Purdy flopped on a roughing the passer call on third down. That it shouldn't have given them. I don't know if you saw that. Leonard Williams kind of barely ran into him, and he acted kind of like LeBron James in that moment. Or Ronaldo. I don't know. He's one of the only soccer players I know. But yeah. I don't know. Go ahead about what are your thoughts on the defensive effort?
I thought the effort on defense was pretty good. I felt like the rush defense was where we needed it to be. Mm-hmm. I thought they were pretty soft on McCaffrey in the receiving game, which was frustrating. But especially like I get it if it's somebody else and you're kind of not expecting it, but it's Christian McCaffrey, so you should probably expect that. And I understand that like losing your like the apple of your eye on defense one play in can totally change how the defense is run. They talked about how they played a lot lighter in response to the injury. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of roll with the punches. But I thought defensively they played pretty good. This isn't really the first time we've seen problems with Reek.
Oh no, for sure.
So I'm kind of I mean, we talked about it leading up to the season. Like, this is a big year for him. Like, he has to figure it out. And I actually saw somebody, and I should have sent it to you, but or at least reposted it, but I didn't do it. Somebody was like, he has the yips, like the football equivalent of the yips, where in that split second of you gotta do what you're taught to do, he buckles. And it just, two glaring plays on the drive that makes the difference is glaring examples. So, I mean, I hope he figures it out. I'm not like as big as a Jobe fan as some other people are. And so that's scary. Like, I don't know if that's any better. That's probably a little worse.
Yeah, that's it. That's who we're talking about right now. Number 27 on the defense. Yeah, so it's so hard we've seen him be a Pro Bowl player, right? We've seen in between the two terrible miscues, we saw the play to Pearsall where you're like, how did he even get a fingertip on that ball?
Yeah.
Right. I think we saw, I thought the 49ers receiver, I thought he caught it. And I think it was Pearsall. I think he thought he caught it. Like, it was like, where'd the ball go? I think we all thought that was a touchdown. And then he makes that play. Okay. Say the play to Tonges doesn't happen right after that, and you're talking about Woolen in a whole different light. But the fact that he wasn't aggressive enough on the Tonges play, and the big play to Pearsall on the left side of the field,
he just misplayed it.
The depth, he
literally stops.
Yeah, he is the fastest player on the field. We've talked about this. He is by far the fastest player on the field, the longest player on the field. And you're watching it, and now obviously we know what happens now, but you're watching it, and he stops, and you're like, oh, the ball's underthrown. Like,
I thought he was going to pick it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You go, okay, the ball's underthrown. No, it was right over his head. I don't know what he saw that literally nobody else did. This isn't me trashing him, because like I said, I'm still trying to be kind of positive with him, because we've seen what he can do. But I get the frustration, but we can't just blame it on him. There's a lot on the offensive side, which we'll get to now, that is to blame. I think by both teams, there was a lot of mistakes. I was going to say that. So one play goes another way. I think the Smith-Njigba fumble, for as big of a game as he had, was completely unacceptable. I think the Darnold fumble, Bosa didn't knock that ball out. Abraham Lucas's back knocked that ball out. And if you're holding it that loose back there, what are we doing? I get Bosa brought pressure to him, obviously, but I could handle a strip sack in that situation. Like, I can live with that. But that was like, what is going on? And to end the game like that was a huge disappointment, because I really thought we were going to score.
Well,
sorry. I know you called it.
Need I remind you? Yeah. It's look, I mean, I said it on the show last week. If and when the problem happens, and it did, I think that the culture of the locker room is going to be good enough where we're going to fix this out of Sam Darnold. But you're going to have to grit your teeth for a little while and get through it. And he's shown down the stretch last year, when the lights shine bright, he folds. And it's just that last little step in his development to get him to where he needs to be. And the only way to work through it is to keep having spots just like that. And he's got to have the support of the locker room to rally around him, the affirmation of the coaches, and just let him work through it. And I think the locker room is built to deal with it. But I was very plain on last week's show and said, we're going to go through it with him. And that's exactly what happened. And
you're right.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But it's like, listen, if and when he works through it, he's going to be exactly what the team needs. But he's not that right now, and it's just part of the rebuild, part of where we are, and that's okay.
Yeah. One thing, I guess we'll start with Sam Darnold because obviously that's what everybody wants to talk about, the quarterback. One thing after the game that I noticed, and I have it right here in front of me that I did want to bring up. So Sam Darnold, 16 for 23, 150 yards passing. He only took 1 sack. That was kind of a positive. 150 yards passing, but 124 of those went to one player. Jaxon Smith-Njigba had an awesome game other than the fumble. 9 catches, 124 yards. And the second leading receiver was Cooper Kupp with 2 catches for 15 yards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And
I think I heard in terms of percentage, JSN wasn't out on the field as much as Cooper Kupp was. I think Kupp was out on the field for like 88% of the offensive snaps, and I forget what JSN's number was, but it was less than that. And that was pretty telling. So, but McDonald was very vocal about that in the presser as well. He said, we got to figure out something where it's not the JSN show. And he's right.
Yeah. I did want to bring up one thing with Cooper Kupp is there was one ball. Obviously, he had 3 targets, 2 catches. So the one that he didn't catch, it was a little out in front of him. But a guy that we're paying $15 million a year, I feel like can make that catch. And I know people around here hate to criticize Cooper Kupp, even though it's been 1 game. I feel like he should be able to make that catch.
Yeah, he like slipped a little or something on that. I think it was like a very quick in route or something like that, if I remember right. Yeah,
would have been a first down though. It was on 3rd down, and
yes.
Let's see what else. I thought Charbonnet ran the ball a lot better than K9 did. I thought that was a big disappointment. Not a lot of fullback play. I think that's what you want to talk about. So go ahead.
That's what I want to talk about. I'm gonna rage now. So listen, I don't know who let that Grubb guy back in the building to call all of our offensive plays, but I was sick of all the dang bubble screens and the lack of fullback and the lack of running power we see now this team all freaking preseason. The whole point of getting this offensive coordinator in on this team is to have a totally new identity. And when we ran that dumb, desperate lateral screenplay that we've
Ryan Grubb run last year.
He ran it last year. They kept it in the playbook. Why? Why are we doing this? It looked schematically just like the team offensively last year. It was a joke. This is not what we were promised, and it's not what we signed up for. So listen, we can talk about Darnold fumbling or JSN fumbling, or we can put blame on some player somewhere. But for me, this team was way more talented than what they showed on the field, and it wasn't because of their players. It was because the dumb offensive schematic decision making by this personnel group, and it is infuriating that we were shown 3 games during preseason and got none of it for this game. So I've said my piece, but I have not been so mad at a coaching staff for their ineptitude in a long time. And I'm a Penn State Daily Lion fan. I root for James Franklin. Like, I know coaching ineptitude. And gosh darn it, like, you committed to something different, do it. And they should have won the game, but they didn't. So there you go. I've said my piece.
I'll be a little more calm.
Good.
I've seen a lot of people on. I didn't go on social media after the game. I was like, I'm feeling pretty good about this team. It was a close game. We've gotten our asses kicked by the 49ers at home for the past 4 years. 22, 23, and 24. So 3 years. The fact that it was such a winnable game, we didn't win it, but the fact that we stacked up just fine with them, I felt pretty good going towards the rest of the season. Check Twitter Monday. I've started to think, did I watch a different game than everybody else? Because you know me, I get pretty irritated too, and there was some moments I got mad at the defense for piss poor tackling. There was one McCaffrey run that should have been stopped it still should have been a long run. It was like 8 yards down the field. He should have been tackled, and Leonard Williams just didn't wrap up and pushed him forward for another 20.
It was like a speed boost. I remember that. Yeah. He went faster.
So anyways, the offense, part of me feels like Mike McDonald tries to put his hand a little bit too much in the offense. And I feel like that's why it looks particularly similar to what we did last year. Like I said last year, I'm a Washington guy. I liked Ryan Grubb as a person. I liked him as a coach. And then we got here and we go, this isn't what it looked like at Washington. And then the preseason this year, we think, okay, there's going to be a lot more, power runs. And you think that's what Mike McDonald wants, but then they're running the same shit they did last year with different players and different coaches. And you're thinking, does he have a hand in the offense that we don't know about? That's kind of my hot take, I guess. That it just has me wondering, because it did look exactly like last year. Especially the play last year that worked, the lateral that JSN tried to throw. It worked last year. This year, when that happened, I go, what the fuck was that? I was literally just like, what the fuck was that? Because I had yeah, that was it. I'm not mad like you. I'm pretty happy.
I was promised Big Ten football, and I didn't get Big Ten football. I mean,
you did. The fact that we ran it 26 times, threw it 23.
It's how you run the ball.
I get it. Don't forget, the 49ers defensive line ain't bad. I think the 49ers linebackers aren't bad. But yeah, we can't have Kenneth Walker averaging 2 yards a carry.
It's time. It's time.
What?
Yep. K9's going to be the 2-back. And
that's what, that's fine with me. I don't care who it is, as long as they can run I may have a woolen jersey right behind me. I don't care if he plays corner. I want to see somebody produce.
Yeah.
Sorry.
With a fullback in front of him.
Yeah,
with a fullback in front of him.
How many plays were the fullback utilized on our offense? Maybe like 3?
Not enough.
Anyways, any last thoughts on the 49ers game other than me personally? I think it was a good game. I think it was a close game. I had a couple of people text me going, wow, that sucked. And I'm like, what? You guys, like, people at work going, wow, we suck. We don't. That's a good ass team we just played against.
Yeah. I thought our rookie lineman did really well. So for what it's worth.
Wonder what Eamon Warriors, our rookie safety. I wonder what his PFF grade is. It's got to be like 100.
Yeah. 100% success rate.
He
should retire now and retires the greatest tackler in NFL history.
Dude, most tackle for loss per play of all time has to be him right now.
It's only downhill from here.
Yeah, every single snap he takes, he gets a tackle for a loss, and it's like, wow, damn, this guy's good. Hall of Fame type numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to bring up the Imamori injury. Okay, kind of, we're thinking like 4 weeks.
Yeah, like 4 to 6.
High ankle sprain.
You just don't know with high ankle sprains.
Okay, here's one thing I did. I screenshot the injury report because I read it before we came on the show today. Where is this? Did not participate, Imamori. Okay, and then the other one was Devin Witherspoon with a knee problem.
Yep, that's new.
Okay, you ready? Seahawks coach Mike McDonald said Monday that Imamori has a high ankle sprain and could end up on injured reserve, which would require him to miss at least 4 games. But on Wednesday said the decision of whether or not to put the rookie safety on IR would wait until late in the week. Okay. Next paragraph. McDonald was not asked about Witherspoon, so there's no update on his status. Reporters allowed in the VMAC, what are you doing? He is clearly our best player on defense. There's no questions asked about Devin Witherspoon being on the injury report. Are you serious? I mean, what?
I don't know. I don't know. It's
sorry, but who's there thinking, oh, let's look at that. Let's ask if Bobo, you think he's going to be back from the concussion. They asked about Nwosu's return, what it means.
Who cares? He didn't play either. So.
Yeah, asked about Derek Young. But Devin Witherspoon, no, everybody's like, whatever. what does this guy do? He's not only, like I said, the best player on defense. Yeah. I did have one problem with Witherspoon, and it was celebrating on the hit on 4th and 2 when he allowed the receiver caught the ball. You saw that, right? Because I was thinking, yes. Jamal Adams, leave.
Yes. I was like, this is very Jamal-like. I thought about you when that happened.
Dude, I literally said...
I'm like, Joe's going to love this.
Dude, it was just me and my friend watching the game. I literally go, shut the fuck up. And he goes, what? And I'm like, okay, cool. You had a decent hit. The receiver, the tight end caught the ball. It's a first down. I was so mad. I was like, sit down. I was so angry. I don't know why that irritates me so much. Selfish.
Yeah.
I think Witherspoon's going to play, though. So I
hope
think
so.
They said he heard it on the
DK Metcalf on those 5-inch slant routes that Pittsburgh's going to run.
Yeah, so let's get into that. I think Witherspoon's going to play. He heard it on the Josh Jobe interception, came back, finished the whole game, which was an amazing interception. A terrible ball thrown by Purdy. I think Ernest Jones had a great
into quadruple coverage. Yeah, it's wild.
Ernest Jones had a great interception.
Yes.
But yeah.
Hope you enjoyed him because he didn't practice either. So
he was limited. He did participate, I believe.
My report here says did not play.
Yeah, shoulder. He's fine, dude. Cut that thing off. Julian Love limited groin. Jaron Reed back. Good news for you is Bobo not on the full participation. So the offensive woes will be fixed. It's going to be a grittier team next week. I just didn't think they played with enough grit. The offense, I think
they were missing something.
Yeah, that was it. Not enough oons. Not enough oons, not enough Bobo. We need a lot of grit on that field. Go ahead, start us with the Seahawks and Steelers.
Yeah, so Seattle, no rest for the weary because now they have to venture on over to the East Coast and play a white hot Steelers team that went from scoring no points seemingly all last year to dumping a
Stop overrating them.
massive
White hot.
comeback
It's been one
on
game.
on the juggernaut Jets. So with MVP candidate Aaron Rodgers leading the charge with his 4 touchdown performance last week. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Like the Steelers, you just kind of thought like, man, their defense is just going to carry them, and it did not happen. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers just rewinding the hands of time. I hope it's just like completely out of spite and we get the last 2 years of Aaron Rodgers for this game. Steelers aren't very effective running the ball. So it's not really something we got to worry about. Mm-hmm. Should cover the running backs in the receiving game, which is a lesson that Seattle's probably learned from last week's matchup. But
last week's matchup, last 8 years matchups. Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah. And the other lesson they need to learn from the last 8 years is that you need to cover tight ends because the Steelers are notorious for using great tight end play, and Seattle can't live their entire season by injuring number 1 tight ends. So that would be a bad look. But yeah, so they're in for a toughie this week, I think. I always say like the Steelers are the AFC equivalent of the Seahawks. It's just they've been so similar over the last handful of years. It's just ridiculous. So
except one has a Buddha playing quarterback and the other one has Sam Darnold. So I'll tell you what. If our offense doesn't score 24 points this week, I will be a little irritated. With the amount of points that the Jets scored against the Steelers defense last week, if the Seahawks can't do that, I'll have some questions. Yeah, the Jets averaged 4.7 yards per carry. Okay. I get Breece Hall's good, and some of those were from Justin Fields. Also, they averaged 13.6 yards per reception. They let Justin Fields throw for a touchdown, which is insane. I didn't even know he could do that. I thought he could just I thought he could just run them. But yeah, I don't know. I want to start by saying this. DK Metcalf, I hope there's not a lot of ill will between the Seahawks and DK Metcalf, because I feel like it was just a money thing. DK wanted out of Seattle. DK should not feel slighted by the Seahawks. In which way? Once again, we're dealing with DK Metcalf. And if there's one guy that's going to find a reason to get slighted by anything, it's going to be DK Metcalf. Do you remember in 2019 we played the Eagles? One of the Eagles coaches said, "Wow, you really remind me of Calvin Johnson," and he was insulted that he was compared to Calvin Johnson. So he takes this personal.
Yeah, it's going to be hard trying to cover DK with what? Griffin and Jobe? Is that what our defensive cornerback room's now looking like? We don't have Witherspoon.
It's gonna be.
We don't have Witherspoon. Reek's not starting. Just out of spite.
He's gonna start.
Yeah. So old man Griffin and Shorty Jobe out there trying to make things happen.
Yeah. No, Woolen's gonna start. It's gonna be the same secondary we saw last week. I mean, let's be honest. I think you're gonna put Woolen. Woolen's gonna line up against DK a lot. From a physical standpoint, it makes sense. They know each other. Also, I'd put Spoon up against DK every play to get in his head, because I think DK is going to come in extra angry to this game. I think he has a large temper like we've seen. And if you line Witherspoon up against him every play, I'd give it about 1.5 quarters before he gets ejected.
Back-to-back weeks with NFL ejections. There we go. Hot take.
Am I wrong? I mean, if we just have a guy just talking shit to him the whole game, he probably will get ejected.
Probably.
So
he might fumble the play before trying to fight for extra yardage. So
that was in Pittsburgh. That one of them. Yeah, I kind of forgot. It was a few.
It was many. It was many. But yes, I don't know. I think it's strange because I am more confident that they are going to win this week versus last week. So, I mean, surely, Aaron Rodgers doesn't rewind the hand of time this year. Like, you kind of have to think he reverts back to the mean, and they cannot run the ball with Najee gone, and they just don't have an identity on the ground. So it's just, they are a mess offensively. Like, defensively, they could cause fits, but I think if Seattle just commits to run the dang ball like they did in the preseason, schematically like they did in the preseason, I think they'll be fine. But you just can't run out towards the edge. Like, you have to have a fullback in. You have to run it down their throat because Watt is waiting on the outside. And you have to run it that way.
And Cameron Hayward's about 90 years old. And
yeah, he got dinged up towards the end.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he actually rested today as well. So I'm fairly certain he's going to play, but he's definitely not 100%. He got hurt at the end of last week's game.
I also kind of how Seattle columnists kind of flip. Someone brought this up on the radio. It made me laugh today. There was a Seattle Times columnist going, wow, the Seahawks really missed DK. He had 4 catches for 83 yards. And he goes, I'm just thinking, isn't that what isn't? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. It was Mrs. Talks coming down.
But yeah, they were going, don't you think that's what we complained about, was just catching 4 passes for 83 yards as a Seahawks player? That's basically what we complained about. But yeah, I feel pretty confident. Also, going into this game, the only thing I'm nervous about is Aaron Rodgers being able to pick up our defense a lot better than Brock Purdy did. Like our coverage, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, gotta be. I think I know he's going to want to force feed DK, but schematically, like, if tight ends are a big part of their game plan this week, I think that's where he's going to find the most success. So I know we talked about to start the season, our biggest question on defense is that linebacking core. So just trying to figure things out. And now that Nick is out, it looks a lot different than what we planned.
Ty Okada. It's Ty Okada season. I couldn't believe he was playing on Sunday in the first drive. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Ty Okada's in the game. I didn't think he was going to make the roster. But clearly
the new Stone Forsythe.
Clearly there was no plans of us not playing 3 safeties the first drive of the game. Clearly they weren't like, oh, if one of these guys go down, oh, it's fine, they're not going down. And then you see Ty Okada on the field and you're like, oh shit. They got nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. I feel pretty confident going into this week. Like I said, I think we kind of have to win this one, especially Twitter. I mean, if the Seahawks do not win this game convincingly, better watch VMAC because it might be on fire come Sunday night before the team gets back. That's what Seahawks Twitter says.
Well, I think I do have the perfect offensive plan for Seattle to win this game. Are you ready?
Don't pass it. Go ahead.
It would satisfy the Twitterverse, and it would probably lead to a win. If Justin Fields was able to do what he did against the Steelers, just think about what Jalen Milroe could do.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, he's a lot faster.
Well, so well, it's like, okay, Saturday morning. And I know I obviously don't know a lot about the 49ers, just like, we did like a preview show, me and another 49ers guy, and he goes, honestly, we had Sam Darnold. I'm not really afraid of Sam Darnold. If you had Milroe out there, I'd be a little nervous. And I was like, dude, you don't even know. I didn't say it, but I was like, you do not know how nervous I would be if Jalen Milroe was out there. We saw him out there one play. And my friend, as soon as the play was over, he goes, now get to the bench. Yeah, that would satisfy Twitter. I think I saw a lot of calls for Drew Lock. I think that everybody's a genius on Twitter, and I can't believe they're not running the whole organization.
Yeah, you got to feel for Drew Lock. He's like, I'm 2 on the chart, and out of the 3 of us, I'm the only one not playing.
I don't know if I'd say Jalen Milroe played.
He got out there. He got yards. It matters.
Well, no, he did not get yards. I think he got 1. Let me fact check myself. I'm pretty sure he got 1 singular yard. Let's see. Box score, Seahawks. 1 carry, 1 yard. Okay.
Oh.
He is averaging a yard per play. You think about that. And that's terrible. So he's really bad. According to PFF, his grade sucks. We have the best and worst rookies of all time. Anyways, news around the league. Anything crazy? Saw a lot of Tyreek Hill projected trades to the Chiefs. And then he got domestic violence thing the next day. From when I saw that, I'm like, okay, so he probably isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But hey, they have Kareem Hunt back, so maybe.
I just want to flip this out here. Maybe you haven't even thought of it, but when Nick went down,
yeah,
I did have like a knee-jerk reaction of like, hey, we need to sign somebody, fix this. And there was one person that came to my mind, and then he got signed. Did you think of Jabril Peppers like at all?
Nah.
During this whole thing? Man, man, that would have been such a neat like stopgap. I've always liked Jabril Peppers, and that would have been cool. Like I don't know like what you do with him when the time on IR is over, but man, I was really bummed that they didn't jump right in on that.
I'm pretty bummed because Jamal Adams is still a Raider, because that's what came into my mind. I was like, bring this guy back. No, I didn't think anything about that. I think this defense is kind of complicated. Just throw somebody in there. I think that's another thing. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, maybe if we're talking like defensive tackle, I think that's a different situation. I think that's a different conversation we're having. I feel like the secondary on this team needs to play on a string with each other, and I don't know if bringing a guy in there, maybe whatever Rayshawn Jenkins is doing, maybe bring him back for a little bit. that would be something that came to mind. I don't even know if he's playing for anybody. Probably is.
I kind of was just expecting like a fix, and it didn't happen. So it's just weird. Like, okay, I guess we're just gonna ride this out. And
I think that's what they're planning. I think you're going to see a lot less 3 safety looks than you did last week.
Yeah.
But then it's like, yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to think, like, I don't know. Leonard Williams had a pick 6 against Aaron Rodgers one time.
Yes.
Throw him back there. What you looking up?
The schedule. I'm going to bring it up for the picks.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Bring up the picks.
I already have mine marked, too.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, there we go. You need to bring it up, though, because, you know, it's your baby.
I'm the control. I control the screen. One sec. All right. Washington.
All right. Yep.
Who you got?
This one's tough. I think Commanders started out the season with a pretty cupcake-ish kind of team. They didn't really have to worry about much of anything because Russell Wilson is not good. And
Dude, sorry. Did you see their coach had to come out and be like, Russell Wilson is planning to be the starter in week 2? I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I'm going to pick the Packers at home just to give them a home field advantage, I guess.
I'm going the opposite. I'm taking the Commanders.
Yeah.
I found my throwback Commanders jersey, by the way. White one. Yeah, I was cleaning out a closet, and I'm like, dude, they just made these. Holy cow! I can't believe I have one.
I have one already.
Go ahead.
Giants, Cowboys.
Cowboys. Russell Wilson's their quarterback.
Cowboys by a million, and I will tell you what, I was, as crazy as we were in terms of picking the Eagles last week against the Cowboys, I think Cowboys did a pretty good job. So
I thought it was that was an exciting game too. Other than the Thunder Lightning delay, that was like, I think the Lightning delay kind of threw the Cowboys off a little bit, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I'm an NASCAR fan. I'm used to lightning delays. It's fine. So we'll save that one to the end, of course. Rams at Titans.
Dude.
How was your Cam Ward pick this past week?
Not as bad as everybody thought. Do you see it? They were up 12-10 at one point, I think. I'm sticking with my gut. I'm going with the underdog. I'm going with the Titans. They're going to win one game this season. Why not have it be his home opener? And why not have it be against a division foe of us? Taking the Titans.
Yeah, I'm picking the Rams. I'd rather be right than sentimental. So as long as Stafford stays upright, Rams always have a chance. So
I don't even like Cam Ward, by the way. I just
all right. Bills at Jets. The juggernaut Jets.
Okay, I already took a dumb pick, so I'm gonna go with the Bills.
I'm also gonna pick the Bills. I need to see the Jets actually win a game before I pick the Jets. So until that changes, I'm picking the Bills.
The only reason, if you're like thinking, hey, maybe I put a couple bucks on the Jets, is because I think that's a classic letdown game. I mean, that was obviously the game of the week last week for the Bills to come back and do that. and then go on the road. Not a very far travel, but yeah.
Patriots against the worst team in football.
Dude, did you pick the Colts last week?
I did.
I picked the Dolphins. I was like, what? I was like, why are the Colts favored?
I picked Indiana Jones, baby, and it worked.
Yeah, these teams suck. Both of them. I don't really care. I don't even remember what the Patriots lost to the Raiders. Okay. And the Dolphins got embarrassed by the Daniel Jones. Give me the Dolphins, dude.
I believe in Mike Vrabel more than I believe in the Dolphins, so I'm picking the Patriots.
I believe in
Okay. Okay, so here's the kicker on the Dolphins. Are you ready? So their only points when they won that game came on a 4th down running back swing pass play behind the line of scrimmage on broken coverage.
Are you talking last week?
Yeah. Yes, it was 4th down, and the design play was to throw it to the running back behind the line of scrimmage and hope for the best. If he gets blown up, no, it was just unprotected, a swing pass. And if the linebacker goes over and covers his assignment just like he's supposed to, and he gets blown up in the backfield, my goodness, that is what we're focusing on. But nope, it went for a touchdown, so it got lost in the shuffle. But you call that play on 4th down and getting blown away? Like, oh my goodness, it was terrible. Terrible coaching. Anyway.
I think this is gonna be Tua's revenge week, dude. He's freaking coming after souls. Go ahead, you're up.
Jaguars at the Bengals, who won in spite of Joe Burrow getting sacked a million times, and somehow beat the juggernauts that are the Browns. I don't even remember who the Jags played last week, but
they were maybe they were in London just chilling. I don't remember who they played last week either. Let me look it up. Let's see. 1 second here.
I know they won, but I can't remember who they beat.
They played the Mighty Panthers.
Yes, that's right. That's why.
I'm still taking the Bengals. I like Joe Burrow. I like Jamar Chase. Hate their offensive line. I can only assume that was the problem, considering they barely beat the Browns. Because obviously it wasn't the defense did allow 16 points to Joe Flacco. So maybe it was a defensive problem.
I did pick Joe Flacco. He is the truth. But yes. I'm also picking the Bengals simply because they are so much better than the Jaguars. So, moving on. Niners against Rattlers Saints.
Okay, hear me out.
Oh my gosh.
We might not be that good. We might suck so bad.
Who's the backup to Brock Purdy? Who's Brock Purdy's backup? Because he's probably out too.
Kyle Allen. That's who it was last year, I think. I don't know.
Ooh.
Anyway, San Francisco's injured a lot, going into a Superdome that's going to be packed full of Who Dat Nation. Give me the Saints. Oh, look, there it is. Oh, Brandon Allen. Sorry.
I'm also picking the Saints.
Who Dat Nation, baby. Who Dat?
Just simply because Brock Purdy is hurt. So and he said it was a long shot for Brock Purdy to go out there and play this week. So
why couldn't that be last week? Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Because we hurt him. That's why.
I was going to say that, like I said, Brock Purdy was not our issue. So that's fine.
All right. The truth against the Ravens.
Classic Joe Flacco revenge game. Still going with the Ravens.
Drink the Kool-Aid. No. I wanted you to drink the Kool-Aid so bad. Oh, no. Joe Flacco revenge game. Give me the Browns on the road and beating the Ravens.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Dude, you told me not to pick with my heart when it came to Cam Ward just because I hate the Rams. You're picking Joe Flacco.
The Browns defense is legit. And if Joe Flacco does enough, they can win this game.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't know. The Seahawks beat the Saints in 2010 in the playoffs, so maybe.
I believe Joe Flacco still got a revenge game left in the tank. I just watched Aaron Rodgers throw 4 touchdowns. Anything can happen.
You don't know how many. Flacco. You don't know how many revenge games he has left. How about years in the tank? How old is he? 90?
All right, divisional matchup here: Bears versus Lions.
Okay, I want to pick the Bears. The Bears are my second favorite team. I think on my pick sheet, I actually did pick the Bears, but if I'm being completely honest, I think the Lions aren't going to look that bad 2 weeks in a row.
All right. Well, I am also picking the Lions. I just think, week 2 teams are going to start going back to the mean, and the Lions on paper are much better than the Bears, so I'm going to pick them. Battle of the Ponies, Broncos at Colts.
You know how I feel about Sean Payton. I mean, I'm not saying I hate the guy.
Do it. Say it with your chest. Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I'm not saying I hate the guy or anything, but I mean, if he was on life support, I really needed to charge my phone.
That's terrible.
I'm just kidding. I heard an Alabama fan say that about Kalen DeBoer over the weekend, and that's where I got that from. He was really mad. But yeah, no, I'm taking the Broncos, regardless of how much I don't like Sean Payton.
I'm picking the Colts.
For what reason? There's no way they're actually
Indiana
good.
Jones. I believe in Indiana Jones. Give me Indiana Jones. Yes.
I mean, it'd be cool if it worked out, I guess. I'm rooting for him.
Okay, so there is more than just heart in this pick. Bo Nix did not look good at all in the first 3.5 quarters of the game last week. I think he's got a big time sophomore slump incoming, and I just give me the Colts. They're doing it for Jim Irsay, so they're gonna ball out this week. So give me the Colts. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. Another remarkably memorable matchup for the Carolina Panthers this week as they play the Cardinals.
Probably the 2 shortest quarterbacks in the NFL facing each other.
Kyler Murray running around like a toddler.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Huskies quarterback. Let me see who I picked on my sheet. I think I actually picked Arizona. That was the only division rival I picked, but I'm not super confident, but I'll pick Arizona. Go ahead.
I'm right there with you. I'm just simply giving home field advantage to the Cardinals and moving on. I don't think there's a whole lot separating these two teams, if I'm totally honest. So,
and the Cardinals' home field advantage is scary because they have no fans.
Yes. So, Eagles at Chiefs.
Who you got?
Chiefs home opener. Right.
Yeah, in front of a lot of Swifties.
Taylor Swift will be there, probably.
I wish she was in Seattle during that preseason game.
I actually think the Chiefs are not that good. And I'm picking the Eagles because I believe in what I've seen, and I think the Chiefs just don't have that balance on offense that good NFL teams should have. So I'm picking the Eagles.
All right, Lord, give me the sanity to stay calm around this guy. You can't say the Chiefs aren't good. They have the best quarterback in the NFL. And I do not care what you say. If there's 2 minutes left in the game and there's a quarterback to bring me down the field, that's who I want. Give me the
Sam
Chiefs.
Darnold? Not Sam Darnold? Oh.
I think we've proven that it's not Sam Darnold, okay? Stop rubbing it in my face that you got it right. I don't trust Sam Darnold late in the game in a close game. You called it.
I don't think that listen, the Chiefs' problem is not Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs' problem is that their offensive line over the last 2 years have gotten progressively worse, and their run game is near to non-existent. So I just give me the team that's able to just grind out a game and dominate time of possession, run the ball. Eagles. Like, my goodness.
No, I get the Eagles as a logical pick. They have the better team. Chiefs have magic.
Chiefs have magic. Well, they're 0-1. So,
not on that night.
Falcons at Vikings against the JJ McCarthy miracle worker there in Minnesota.
Do you understand that this is a rematch of the national championship 2 years ago?
I do.
I don't think JJ McCarthy is allowed to know the Falcons plays this game. So give me Penix. Yeah, that's it. The Falcons outplayed the Bucs last week. I don't know. Yes. That is one game that I did watch because, like I said, I like the Falcons because of Penix. I like the Bears because of Odunze. The Falcons should have won that game.
Yeah, I agree. And I am also picking the Falcons just because I believe in the known commodity that is Michael Penix, and I don't know JJ McCarthy yet, so I'm gonna settle with the Falcons.
I don't know. He did hand the ball off like 11 times a game in college, so or threw it like 11 times. Sorry, go ahead.
Buccaneers at Texans. Texans looking to somehow bounce back this week. Man, CJ Stroud, dude, not look good last week.
Is he Sam Bradford?
I hope not. I really like him.
I like him too, but I also like Baker. I didn't realize there was 2 Monday games, so that'll be fun. Until right now, give me Baker.
I'm gonna hold out hope that CJ Stroud is a competent quarterback and hope that the Texans figure out their offensive line. So I know it's a bit of an uphill climb, but I think just for the sake of the narrative, I'm going to pick the Texans here at home. And probably one of the more anticipated rivalries all week.
Why is that?
Why is that? You ask?
You say.
The old man coming back to whoop up on an old foe. Chargers at Raiders, and these two teams have a lot to play for here on Monday night.
I'm so happy that's on Monday night. I'm so happy. Dude, give me Geno. Give me Geno on Monday night. He's a baller on Monday night. You think of the Lions game on Monday night. You think mainly the Broncos game when Russell came back. Give me Pete Carroll. Purely a sentimental pick.
And I am also picking them for the exact same reason. I would absolutely love it to have Pete Carroll get a win here back on Monday night against his old buddy there in LA. So,
what's your deal, man?
Yeah, what's your deal, man? And
last game.
I'm pumped.
Oh, yeah, I am. Me too.
All right. Well, coast to coast happens in real life now as Seattle travels to the state of Pennsylvania and takes on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, give me the Hawks. What's the spread? Let's see who's favored. I'm sure the Steelers are favored, right? I'll look on ESPN's. Steelers are favored by 2.5 points. Give me the Seahawks by 6. 27-21 Seahawks.
I am a firm believer in how Seattle has historically traveled well eastward, and I will never, ever pick the Steelers in this matchup, and for as long as God gives me breath. So I'm picking the Seahawks to win over the Steelers, and heck, I'm even gonna say Seattle wins by at least 10.
No way. Well, I mean, if you think 10 points isn't that much. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for your picks on your channel tomorrow.
Yes, I was not able to get a video out last week. Hopefully, if all things go well with coordinating kids to school and whatnot, I'll be.
I thought you recorded yours before the show last week.
No, I had my picks.
Oh, you just didn't record it?
I didn't record it.
Oh,
so
shoot.
I'm thinking also about keeping, because on my channel I keep a running ticker of my picks. I'm also thinking, wouldn't it be neat if we kept a running ticker of our picks on this?
Do it
for us.
But that is rough because I don't remember what I picked, but I will send you.
Well, I can go back. I can just go back and watch the video.
If you want to do that, that's fine. If not, I can totally send you my pick sheet. I just know there was definitely 2 I picked differently.
I'll even watch it on your channel so you get one more view.
Oh my. Well, we didn't get a lot tonight, so that's okay. I appreciate it. I'll watch it on yours.
There we go.
Well, thanks to everybody who commented, watched, is watching now, will watch in the future. We appreciate it. All your support does not go unnoticed. So thank you guys and have a good night.